Today we're discussing British kings and their interesting facts. Let's explore the fascinating world of monarchy together. Queen Elizabeth II has been the longest reigning current monarch, surpassing Queen Victoria. Her reign has witnessed significant social change, the expansion of the Commonwealth, and the emergence of a modern monarchy in Britain. King George VI became king after his brother's abdication. His reign spanned World War II, and he was known for his steadfast leadership and the speech therapy depicted in The King's Speech. His daughter, Queen Elizabeth II, succeeded him. King Edward VIII's brief reign was marked by a constitutional crisis due to his desire to marry Wallis Simpson, an American divorce. He chose to abdicate the throne in favor of his younger brother, King George VI. King George V ruled during World War I and the interwar period. His reign saw significant changes, including the decline of European monarchies and the transformation of the British Empire into the British Commonwealth of Nations. King Edward VII was known as the peacemaker for diplomatic efforts. His reign marked a shift from Victorian to Edwardian era, characterized by social change and cultural vibrancy, including the arts and crafts movement. Queen Victoria presided over the British Empire during a period of vast expansion and industrialization. Her reign saw the height of the Victorian era, marked by cultural, scientific, and political advancements, as well as significant changes in British society. King William IV was the Sailor King due to his naval service. His reign saw the Reform Act of 1832, expanding voting rights. He had no legitimate heir, leading to the accession of his niece Queen Victoria. King George IV was known for his extravagant lifestyle and opulent tastes. His lavish coronation in 1821 was the most expensive in British history, costing over £21 million, reflecting his love of luxury and extravagance. King George III faced American independence during the American Revolution. His long reign also witnessed the Napoleonic Wars and the expansion of the British Empire. His struggles with mental illness are notable. King George II faced the Jacobite uprisings, including the Battle of Culloden. He also presided over the expansion of the British Empire during the 7 Years' War, including victories in Canada and India. George I was the first monarch of the House of Hanover. He spoke limited English and preferred to rule through ministers. His reign marked the beginning of the Hanoverian dynasty in Britain. Queen Anne was the last monarch of the House of Stuart and the first sovereign of Great Britain, as she presided over the union of England and Scotland in 1707, creating the Kingdom of Great Britain. Her reign also saw the conclusion of the War of the Spanish Succession in 1713 with the Treaty of Utrecht, which reshaped the European political landscape. Anne is remembered for these significant political developments during her relatively short reign. William III and Mary II jointly ruled as monarchs following the Glorious Revolution of 1688. Their reign marked a significant shift towards constitutional monarchy, as seen in the Bill of Rights and the Toleration Act, which expanded religious freedoms. King James II was the last Catholic monarch of England. His reign sparked the Glorious Revolution in 1688, leading to his deposition and the ascent of William and Mary to the throne, cementing constitutional changes. King Charles II was the Merry Monarch, known for his restoration to the throne after the Commonwealth. His reign saw the Great Fire of London in 1666, and a more relaxed period after the strict rule of Cromwell. King Charles I had conflicts with Parliament, leading to the English Civil War. He was the only English monarch to be tried and executed, marking a significant turning point in English history. King James I was the first monarch to rule both England and Scotland, unifying the kingdoms in 1603. His reign saw the translation of the King James Bible, a significant contribution to English literature and religion. Queen Elizabeth is known for the Elizabethan era, marked by flourishing arts exploration and the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588. Her long and successful reign is often referred to as the Golden Age of English history. Queen Mary I was the first reigning queen of England. She sought to restore Catholicism and earned the nickname Bloody Mary due to her persecution of Protestants. Lady Jane Grey briefly ruled England for 9 days in July 1553. In a disputed succession known as the 9 Days Queen, her reign ended when she was deposed, and she was eventually executed for her role in the political turmoil. King Edward VI succeeded his father Henry VIII as a child king. His reign was marked by the advancement of Protestantism in England, as well as economic and administrative reforms, albeit under the guidance of advisors due to his young age. King Henry VIII is renowned for his 6 marriages and the English Reformation, which led to the Church of England's formation. He broke from the Catholic Church and dissolved monasteries, significantly reshaping England's religious and political landscape. King Henry VII won the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485, ending the Wars of the Roses and establishing the Tudor dynasty. He married Elizabeth of York, uniting the warring houses. King Richard III seized the throne from his nephew Edward VI, resulting in the disappearance of the princes in the Tower. His controversial reign ended at the Battle of Bosworth Field, marking the end of the Plantagenet dynasty and the beginning of the Tudor era. King Edward V's brief reign in 1483 was marked by intrigue and uncertainty. As a child, he was placed under the care of his uncle Richard, Duke of Gloucester, who later became Richard III, leading to questions about Edward's fate. King Edward IV was a key figure in the Wars of the Roses. His reign saw periods of conflict with the Lancastrians, but he also achieved moments of stability and economic growth for England. King Henry VI ascended to the throne as an infant, leading to a tumultuous reign. His reign saw the outbreak of the Wars of the Roses, a protracted conflict for the English crown between the House of Lancaster and the House of York. King Henry V is famous for the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, a major English victory during the 100 Years' War with France. He solidified English claims to the French throne and temporarily united the two kingdoms. King Henry IV deposed Richard II, marking the start of the Lancastrian dynasty. He faced internal revolts and the rebellion of Owain Glyndwr in Wales. His reign laid the foundation for the Wars of the Roses. King Richard II faced the Peasants' Revolt in 1381 and was a patron of the arts, including Geoffrey Chaucer. His controversial rule saw conflicts with nobles and his eventual deposition, marking a turning point in English monarchy. King Edward III reigned during the 100 Years' War against France, including the famous Battle of Crécy. He revitalized the chivalric Order of the Garter and fostered a period of cultural flourishing in England. King Edward II faced baronial revolts and conflict with Scotland. His controversial reign ended in his deposition and eventual death, marking a turbulent period in English history. King Edward I conquered Wales and established English dominance. He sought to control Scotland, triggering the Wars of Scottish Independence. His reign saw the Model Parliament of 1295, an important step in parliamentary evolution. King Henry III played a pivotal role in the early development of the English Parliament. His reign saw the formalization of Parliament as a legislative institution, laying the groundwork for representative government in England. King John sealed the Magna Carta in 1215, limiting royal power and laying the foundation for modern constitutional government. His reign was marked by conflicts with barons, leading to the First Barons' War and significant political developments in England. King Richard I, known as Lionheart, was a renowned crusader during the Third Crusade. He earned his moniker for his valor in battle. Richard's capture and ransom on his way back from the Holy Land became a historic episode showcasing his chivalrous reputation. King Henry II expanded the Angevin Empire, ruling England and parts of France. His reign saw significant legal reforms, including the development of English common law. King Stephen faced a tumultuous reign during the Anarchy. His contested rule saw a bitter civil war with Empress Matilda. The period was marked by instability and power struggles, challenging the stability of the English monarchy. King Henry I, son of William the Conqueror, issued the Charter of Liberties, an early precursor to the Magna Carta. King William II, known as William Rufus, ruled from 1087 to 1100. His reign was marked by controversy and defiance of the church. He died in a mysterious hunting accident, sparking speculation about his death. William the Conqueror, who ruled from 1066 to 1087, was the Duke of Normandy and the victor at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. His conquest of England led to the Norman rule, the compilation of the Domesday Book, and significant changes in English society and governance.